South Dakota State put them on the line 27 times. Can't do that today. For SDSU, it's all about getting others involved. Mike Dom's going to get his points, but can the rest of the starters and the bench come along? That's something they've struggled with. But I really think, Jay, this game comes down to extra possessions. Which team can get those extra ones? USD's great turning teams over, and the Jacks have been good on the glass. That's when they've been able to win.
South Dakota controls the opening tip. And we are underway. It is already loud inside the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. Over 5,000 expected for this one. And an early tie-up underneath Severin and Mooney. Ball will go to South Dakota State.
This is a great defensive play by Severin right away, tying up Mooney. And to me, this is an interesting matchup. South Dakota State has essentially put their four-man, Lane Severin, on South Dakota's best guard and Matt Mooney, trying to get some physicality and size on Mooney.
A little bit more length than Mooney's probably used to facing on a nightly basis. And a foul call here against South Dakota goes against Trey Dickerson, his first in the first team foul.
This is a great sign for South Dakota State. They want to continue to be the aggressive team, and you see Dickerson just holding on that cut. The more movement this South Dakota State team can have offensively, the better off they can be. When this team gets stagnant, watching Mike Dom do everything, that's when they have struggled.
Deep three, Reed Tellinghusen well short. Rebound to Flag. Mooney brings it across for South Dakota. Into the paint, Flack, and that's what he can do, Brad. He attacks the rim, draws the foul. It'll be on Charles Howell, his first team foul, first free throws of the day coming up for South Dakota.
Flack, such a difficult guard for any big man in the Summer League because he can do just that, Jay. Put the ball to the deck and then do it with some agility is where you see the spin dribble there getting to the rim.
Flack missed 7 games with a knee injury. Injured it in the conference opener against Omaha. First game he missed was against South Dakota State, Brad. He's been back now. This is his 5th game. Last 4 games, 21.5 points, nearly 6 rebounds per game. But he's shooting it at 64%. First 2 points of the day come to Tyler Flack from the free throw line, and the Coyotes are on the board first. Opening minute. South Dakota at South Dakota State. Coyotes a half game out of first place in the league coming into the day. Charles Howell can't get it. Offensive rebound goes to Severin, and the Jacks will reset.
Offensive board right there for South Dakota State. These are the extra possessions I was mentioning in the keys.
Severin wants to get it into Dom. Flack wouldn't allow it. Orris, nice little change up there as he goes in on Dickerson. Lay in for Orris. First 2 points of the afternoon for South Dakota State. Flack spots up for 3 and he got it. Points early for the senior from Lakeville, Minnesota. 5-2 Coyotes.
And Jay, he's been playing like a senior since he's come back from that injury.
Quick double there. Birch Manning didn't get out to Tellinghusen in time. Got the shot off, but it's off the mark.
SDSU's got to be careful. Don't fall in love with the three-pointer too much.
17-footer too strong for Mooney. Offensive board for Flack now. Back to Mooney, up and under, lays it in. That's 7-2 run to start here for South Dakota.
Excuse me, Jay, but that's where the offensive glass can really hurt you. Defensively, you're just kind of in scramble mode, and Mooney took advantage.
Offensive foul whistled against Lane Severin away from the basketball. He got tied up with Flag. You should look at that last lay-in from Matt Mooney.
And no backside help there. Once Severin got beat, his teammate's not there to shut off that driving lane. Jay, this South Dakota team, when they can get the court spaced, they can get driving lanes to the basket. That's when they are at their best. I mean, this is a very aggressive offensive team trying to get to the rack. Look at the crowd there going around Flack.
Nice touch by Flack. Good help there as they tried to get it inside to the big man. Help defense force the turnover for the Jackrabbits.
That was great team defense. Anticipated that pass in there very well. Mike Dom yet to take a shot 3 minutes into this game for SDSU.
Orris Nice little finish there for the graduate transfer from Northern Illinois. He's got all 4 for South Dakota State. That one knocked away as Dickerson tried to speed things up. Coyotes keep it 27 to shoot.
Trey Dickerson's got to be careful there. It's good to push tempo, but you don't want to force things. Turnovers have been a little bit of a bugaboo for him.
Rebound goes to Mooney again at Severn. Shot swatted away from behind. Ends up in the hands though of Dickerson. Spots up for 3. They trade 2 for 3.
Another scramble situation, and Severn gets matched up on Dickerson, and he didn't close out.
Powell keeps the handle off the glass and good. Up over Carlton Hurst. First field goal of the afternoon for Howell. This is a guy that's averaged 11.5 per game in Summit League play. Warming up a little bit. Back-to-back threes.
Dickerson, not a fantastic three-point shooter, but he's hit his last couple, Jay.
Trey's gone through a spurt here lately where he had struggled, played a little bit better on the offensive end over the last week and a half or so, and that's something the Coyotes are really needing out of their point guard from Queens, New York.
Well, if they can get some scoring from him to go along with what Mooney and Flack have been doing, they're going to be tough to beat.
First shot attempt of the day for Dom, and it doesn't get anything. And he's going to hear it now from this Coyote heavy crowd.
South Dakota's had a good defensive plan on Dom so far. They're not helping off of him at all, and Flack did a nice job making sure he got out and contested that last 3.
Dickerson takes the handoff, finds Hurst in the corner, rattles out. Offensive rebound for Trey Birch-Manning. His shot swatted away and taken control of by Reed Tellinghusen. Howell hit the accelerator there. Jacks wanted a goaltend. I think they had a case there, Brad. Kyle's grabbed the rim. Hurst a little bit too strong again.
See South Dakota State walking the ball up the floor, Jay. They do not want the pace of this game to be up and down at all. They want a controlled game, controlled tempo where they can play through this guy right here.
Help from Dickerson on Dom, but he left Tellinghusen open. He's not going to miss many of those.
That's what South Dakota State needs, that supporting cast. When Dom gets doubled, other players need to step up and make shots like Tellinghusen did right there.
Tevin King will be checking in at the next dead ball for South Dakota State. Tristan Simpson and Tyler Peterson at the scorers table for the Coyotes. Birch-Manning. He's got some size on Tellinghusen, but good defense.
Tellinghusen back-to-back possessions where he's blocked shots.
Severn puts it on the deck, lost the handle, knocked out of bounds by the Coyotes. And with 14:44 to play first half, South Dakota out to a 13-9 lead on arch rival South Dakota State.
Well, they're not used to being in this position where they're kind of the underdog. They've been expected to win a lot of these games. South Dakota, now that flipped roles, they're kind of expected to win this one. The pressure is probably more on USD, in my opinion, in this game, Jay. Playing on their home floor, still in contention for that regular season Summit League title.
Like Dom's been pretty quiet early. Tellinghusen, second straight 3 for Reed Tellinghusen. He's got 6. And the Jackrabbits, who trailed 7 too early, now within 1 at 13-12.
And they've gotten good ball movement with the double teams that have happened on Dom to free up shooters, and they've cashed in. The thing that USD's done so well, shoot the 3. They've hit 3 of 4 beyond the arc so far.
Pull up for Flag, shooter's touch. And he extends the defense. That's one thing. He's got a lot of range. He can back to the basket. He can face up. He can shoot the 3. And that's a lot of what makes him so valuable.
Exactly. And often the players that are guarding him are post players. They're not used to having to come out and guard guys off the bounce or contesting perimeter shots.
Foul on the floor will be whistled against Tristan Simpson. That'll be his first.
Well, if you watch what South Dakota State's doing offensively, Mike Dom's out on the perimeter a lot so far in this game, Jay. And what he's doing is he's taking Tyler Flack with him away from the bucket. That's what's freed up Michael Orris, Chris Howell to get some layups around the hoop.
It's neutralized the rim protection aspect of Flack's game.
Now Tyler Hagedorn into the game for USD, matched up on Dom.
17-footer is good. Michael Orris 3 for 3 from the floor.
Not sure if that's a great sign for South Dakota State. In the games when Orris has had big offensive nights, they actually have not won games. But he's off to a fantastic start here this afternoon.
Orris been much more of a distributor than a scorer for South Dakota State. But so far, he's been effective shooting the ball today. Tyler Peterson, fresh off the bench, knocks down the triple.
USD, not a great three-point shooting team. They're 8th best in the Summit League out of 9 teams, but they're off to a hot start here today.
Peterson just 24% on the year from the perimeter, knocks down his first here. 18-14 South Dakota, just under 13 minutes to play first half. Dom. Nice find from Orris to Tevin King. So Orris passing it well, shooting it well. Very strong play out of the senior from Crete, Nebraska.
Well, he's done a great job just running the offense and taking what's been there for him.
Crete, Illinois, excuse me, for Orris. Knocked out of bounds, will stay with South Dakota. Carlton Hurst back into the lineup for Craig Smith and the Coyotes, replacing Trey Birch-Manning.
See the hustle there of Tevin King, and he's an energy guy for this South Dakota State team, especially on the defensive end. This is a team that's gone through so many changes defensively this year, Jay. They started out playing man, scrapped that completely, went to zone exclusively, and then now back to man.
Look, for Mooney is good. Boy, it felt like he hung up there a long time before he pulled the trigger.
Mooney's just a guy that can score against tough D one-on-one.
Morris back inside. He's going to kick it out. One more pass. Severin for 3. Tip in for Tellinghusen. 3 Coyotes standing around him, but Tellinghusen rises up and knocks it in.
USD not quite sure defensively how to match up now. Without Dom in this game, South Dakota State is really small.
Mooney wanted to shoot it, thought better of it, but then lost the basketball. Orris back to the rim. Rattles off, but rebound tipped out and controlled by King. Deep 3 for Tellinghusen off the right side of the rim. Peterson to the free throw line. He'll go. That'll go against Skylar Flatt. And 20-18 Coyotes with 11-17 to go first half. Back to Vermillion after this.
He had 29 points at Fort Wayne. That huge win for USD. He only missed 2 shots on Wednesday night. 13 of 15 from the field. He hasn't missed yet here today. 2 of 2.
Flack with 7 points. Let's check in with Kelly Stewart. She's got more on Tyler Flack.
Thanks, Jay. Well, I talked to Coach G before the game, and of course I had to ask about the Flack and Dom matchup. He says he likes it. He said Dom is an outstanding scorer and very efficient, but one of the best ways to make players like him less efficient on the offensive end, make them work on defense. He was excited to see Flack and Dom go at each other, and the Coyotes want to make SDSU's best work for everything he gets. So far, Dom just 1 shot and he missed it.
That's 7-0 in the scoring column in favor of Flack to this point. Howe finds Severin in the corner, and he knocks it down. Lane Severin, his first bucket of the afternoon. Again, a guy did not even play the first time around against the Coyotes. And now here he is in the starting lineup and contributing. He had a big night a couple of games ago in Omaha. Came in at a huge night offensively when they really needed him.
Well, he's a kid that can rise up and shoot the basketball, and that's the thing South Dakota State's getting right now. They're getting their contributors outside of Dom to have big games so far. Dom hasn't even scored in this thing, and they're hanging right with USD.
Another shot for Flack and another bucket for Tyler Flack. A couple of jump shots, Brad. We're not seeing him score as much at the rim as we're used to. It's the stuff a little farther out.
Well, that's what's working for Flack right now because Dom has not come out and really contested those shots.
9 points for Tyler Flack. Howell goes right at the defense. Coyotes win that battle, although the Jacks retain possession. 7 to shoot for Dom. King swings it out. Severin's going to pull the trigger from the wing, and he got it. 2 threes for Lane Severin, and it's a 24-23 lead down for South Dakota State.
Lane Severin really playing well on both ends of the floor. He's done a nice job defensively, too.
Academy. One dribble, pull-up jumper. Off the rim and out. Hurst, the offensive rebound. Extra possession here. Wide open for Dickerson. That one won't go either, and another rebound for Severin.
Dickerson just hesitated a little bit on that three. That was a great look that he had.
Al has it poked away by Dickerson. Coyotes want to run now. Foul will be on the floor and will be against Severin. And that's going to be his second. And the 14th foul for South Dakota State. Hans Hurst minus a shoe out there.
Yeah, minus a tire. He's got to get that fixed, but
get the tread back on there. Tevin King back out of the game now. Severin will check out as well. Orris returns.
Jay, that last possession, it's really the first time that South Dakota was able to get a steal, turnover, get transition out of it. It's something they do so well. It's something they really need, I think, to be successful in a game like this. Is they need to force some turnovers against South Dakota State. That gives them some easier looks on the offensive end as a result.
Dickerson will inbound here. And he throws it away. Simpson, a little miscommunication there as he thought he was going to have to cut away to try to shake off Skylar Flatten. And Dickerson had already let the basketball go.
And really up to this point, it's been South Dakota that's struggled taking care of the basketball. 4 turnovers early on for the Coyotes. It's almost like SDSU's kind of used Dom at this point as a decoy. They haven't really tried to play through him as much. They're just really been more about trying to get Flack out of the paint defensively.
Dom got behind Flack this time. He goes at Brandon Armstrong. And a blocking foul whistled against the freshman from San Antonio. That'll be his first.
Mistake there by Flack. Tried to go for the steal, Jay, and when he didn't get it, that spelled doom for USD defensively.
First bucket of the day for Mike Dom. Now he's got a chance to complete the three-point play. Very good free throw shooter, especially for a big guy, and he knocks it down. It's a 4-point edge for South Dakota State.
Now, one thing you will not see out of Dom, you won't see him force. You won't see him press. Yeah, he's used to scoring 24 a game, but he will let the game come to him, which is remarkable considering he's just a sophomore.
Quick double there from Flatten. Flack skips it over to Dickerson. Into the paint. Bucket is good. And now the Coyotes a chance to answer with their own three-point play as Dickerson heads to the free throw line.
Trey Dickerson's been fantastic in this game. He's banged in a couple threes and then an aggressive drive. That's what he does best. Get into the rim and then the finish.
We talked about his struggles a couple of weeks ago, Brad, and a lot of it felt like he was just trying to force things, pressing a little bit, trying to score when it wasn't always there. And I think these last few games now, Trey's had a little bit better of awareness of what's available to him and what's not, and we've seen his shooting drastically improve. Exactly. He's finishing around the rim. That helps as well.
It certainly does. And getting to the foul line like he did right there.
Dom kicks it out. Swing to the corner now for Flatten all alone, and the Jacks are really shooting it well from outside. Brand already 5 3-pointers. They're 50%.
They're moving the basketball well. That's the reason why they're getting great looks.
Feed back to 4 now. Dickerson working on Orris. Going to pull up from 18. Left it short. Howell gets the rebound.
That's the shot that Dickerson needs to pass up. Still had plenty of time left on the shot clock. Great job by Flack. Pushing Dom out. See where he had to catch the ball there near the three-point line.
Telling using the wide open up high. And he knocks down his 3rd triple of the first half. Reed Telling-Husen really came to play today.
Credit Mike Dom. He's doing a great job distributing the basketball as well.
We're going to step away. 7:35 to play first half. 7-point lead for South Dakota State. In favor of South Dakota State, Brad. And boy, the Jackrabbits red hot in this first half.
They're shooting the ball well because they're passing it so well, Jay. They have 13 made buckets to the Jacks, and they have 7 assists on those. So they're sharing it well. That's what's getting them open looks, and that's why they've hit 6 3-pointers.
5 points off turnovers as well. South Dakota's given it away 4 times already. 4 extra shots. 4 extra field goals for South Dakota State as of this point. Pull-up 3 for Flack. Boy, this guy's hitting everything himself. He's 4 for 4. He's continued what he started in Fort Wayne on Wednesday night.
Just an offensive catalyst, and he's been doing it facing the bucket. That's what's worked so well for him in this one so far.
He's hit 17 out of his last 19 shots. Tellinghusen got some size on Dickerson. Flap didn't get the call, and that allowed Tellinghusen to finish his own rebound.
And it really hasn't been Dom inside at all for South Dakota State. It's been their guards and their forwards.
Simpson connects from the elbow. Trading buckets. It's a 4-point game. South Dakota State with the lead as we hit 6.5 to play before halftime.
And trading buckets, I don't think benefits USD. This is a team that's been great defensively most of the year, Jay. They need to kind of find back their moxie on this end and see if they can string together some stops.
Dom looks like he's trying to set up Flack, and he got it done, but Flack equal to the task.
Last time USD did not run at Dom, and it worked well.
Flack put it on the deck. His shot knocked away by Tellinghusen.
Tellinghusen's been great on the defensive end for SDSU. 3 block shots now and been very active down there.
Steele coming back the other way from Mooney. Going at Orris. What a finish. Oh. Flatten came over trying to knock that into the band, and he didn't get it done. The finish for Matt Mooney. Now you're hearing that big crowd get into it a bit. Back for Dom. Has to throw one up under pressure. Good defense there from South Dakota again. He has had to work for everything so far. Deep 3 for Mooney. Off the front. Second tip from Flack. He got the rebound and is fouled on the floor. Goes against Tellinghusen.
Jay, this is how Mooney really impacts the game. Defensively, second in the Summit League in steals at nearly 2 a game.
I think you can make the argument that Hess's injury, and while he's an extremely valuable piece and the second leading scorer prior to his injury, Brad, it almost forced the Jackrabbits to figure out who was going to be that next option. And Charles Howell has really stepped up and helped fill that void offensively.
Now, Howell has really picked up a lot of the slack. He's averaged 16 points since Hess went out with that injury.
Flack attacks Dom again. This time we do see him finish inside. It's been quite a first half for Tyler Flack. As he evens the game at 35, he's got 14 of those points himself. Pull-up jumper for Orris. He misses for the first time today. Flack, deep 3, well short. That was a heat check shot.
That was one because he had been feeling it a little bit. How about the job South Dakota's done on this end, shutting down Mike Dom? Just 3 points so far.
Skylar Flatten driving in on Peterson. The foul goes against Peterson on the floor before the shot. It's the 15th foul. Charge to South Dakota, first personal for Peterson. Excuse me, 14th foul for South Dakota. Howell back into the game. He'll replace Orris. Severin comes in and will send Dom to the bench with 4:28 to play first half.
TJ Offelberger likes to get Dom quick breaks right before the media timeout. That's why he's sending him there.
Off the inbound, Severin nearly dropped that one as well. He's really been shooting it well today. Hagedorn knocks down the triple. Coyotes starting to warm up a little bit on the offensive end, Brad.
They've hit 6 threes themselves now. Both teams have hit 6 triples. And for USD, it's kind of been their pulse a lot. Flack step out, Hagedorn there, using his 6'10" frame to get that shot over Severin.
Combined 12 of 22 in this first half from three-point range. Here's Howell. Tough one on the run, rises up and drops it in.
Great job just spreading the floor and letting Howell basically go one-on-one and beat his man to the middle of the paint.
Mooney steps back, fades away, knocks it down. Matt Mooney, 8 points for him. And it's 40-37 in favor of South Dakota. Flatten can even it up here. Simpson the rebound, and he's fouled. That's a silly foul from Howe. He reaches in for the backside. 3:16 to go first half. Matt Mooney and the Coyotes lead it by 3. And a look around the Summit League, all coming up here at the half. Do want to make one correction. I referred to Chris Howe as Charles Howe, and that is my mistake. My apologies to him. I'll get it right from now on.
The thing that has surprised me the most in this game, Jay, is how well these teams have both shot it from 3. First of all, USD is a great defensive team, guarding the three-point line, the best in the Summer League, but yet South Dakota State's hit 6 of 13. And then USD themselves, 6 of 10 from the three-point line. That is why they have this lead. And USD has not shot it well from the 3 for Craig Smith for most of the games this year.
A couple of free throws for the freshman Tristan Simpson. 5-point lead now for South Dakota. We approach the 3-minute mark of the first half. Mike Dahm working on Tyler Hagedorn. Mooney helps out. Now they try to go back inside, and Hagedorn knocked away the pass.
Great help on the repost. A lot of teams won't help that second time, but USD was right where they needed to be.
Hagedorn thought about it. Now Simpson will take the shot. Too short. Rebound for Birch Manning, had it knocked away.
A couple times there where USD has gotten offensive glass, Jay, but then had it taken away or a block shot right away. Not realizing those opportunities.
That's a good job completing the defense completing the possession by the Jackrabbits, eliminating the extra possession created by the offensive rebound. Dahm is fouled here as he tried to go baseline on Hagedorn, and that'll be his first.
This is what I mean when I say Dahm doesn't force the issue. He takes his time. He's very under control. Saw the double team didn't come right away that time and then took it right at Hagedorn.
Dahm, as we said, very good free throw shooter. Jack's pretty good as a team, but this guy certainly gets there a lot. He's 86% on the year. Top 10 in the Summit League. 9th, as a matter of fact. And he's 3 for 3 here today as Flack comes back in, replacing Hagedorn. So Mike Dahm now just 6 points here in the first half, Brad. 1 field goal.
That's a huge surprise. A guy, again, that averages 24 a game. That's second best in the entire country for Division I.
Tyler Flack lays it in. That's normally a little bit more explosive at the rim, but he shows a little touch.
A 16 for Flack. What a first half.
Orris right back to the rack. He has been aggressive for South Dakota State in this first half. Orris now with 8 points. 44-39, and a walk there for Simpson. 6th turnover of the half for South Dakota.
I think TJ Otzelberger's got to be pretty happy where his team's sitting right now, given the lack of production of Dahm, but he's got to be encouraged, Jay, by how much the supporting cast has gotten involved in this game.
Morris again to the rim. Simpson comes away with it. Carl Hurst right at Tellinghusen, and that's one thing Reed Tellinghusen does about as well as anyone in the Summit League. Stepping in there and taking a charge.
South Dakota State has really improved in their defensive transition throughout this season, and Tellinghusen a big part of it there. And just great positioning and holding his ground.
There's no question he was there, and he was set and well outside the arc. Big job by Tellinghusen. Jackson another chance to tie on this possession. Under a minute and a half to go first half. Dahm looking to equalize here, and it's a little bit too strong. Rebound controlled by Tellinghusen. Dahm with it now. He'll put it on the deck. Lowers the shoulder, and the foul will go against Dahm. Boy, I tell you what, the officials communicated on that one. I'm not so sure. It looked like Todd on the far side, Todd Williams, was thinking about a block, but he did not have the best perspective on it. It was the official underneath that made the charge call.
That's a tricky call right there because of how it kind of transpired with Peterson really coming over there. Did he become the primary defender? If he did, he had the right to be there even if he was moving.
Tyler Peterson. Skyler flattened a hand in his face, and the freshman knocks it down anyway. 47-41, under a minute to play.
Three-point line has been very kind to USD in this first half.
Morris is just in full-on attack mode. He hits again. 10 points for him. Simpson trying to get fancy there, looking for Hurst on the alley-oop, and the Jackrabbits were all over it.
Another great defensive play by Tellinghausen. That could not be understated, what he has meant to this team defensively in this game today.
3 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock here. Morris working it down.
Look for that high ball screen. This is tough to defend.
Watermount shooting it. Knocked away by Mooney. Pulls up. Left it short. Hurst at the buzzer. It's good. Putback will count for South Dakota. And the Coyotes take a 6-point lead in the half. 49-43. It started with defense.